So, good morning. My name is Andrea. This is the YouTube for Sun and Moon Yoga Studio. I will go to my mat, and today we are going to need it. Sorry, I didn't say that before. Blanket or towel rolled up, and blocks, or at least a wall. Okay, you see my block is there. You can do the same thing with the wall, basically, if you don't have a block. All right, let's get started. So before, I have to make sure that my camera is really set for this practice. Sorry about it. That you can see my feet. Nice. Okay. So please come to a cross-legged position first, or any seat that is comfortable for you. Snuggle, wiggle yourself into your seat. Allow the spine to be tall. And I'm so sorry I did not turn my phone off, which is a problem if I am doing live YouTube, because people can reach me, which I don't want. I apologize. So sitting tall. Let's start with opening the eyes and look around again, just like what we did last week. Look around, taking everything as is. And as you look at things, items around you, just note that a sweater, a cat toy, wall, floor, yoga mat, anything. And just still keep looking around, breathing, noting where you are. And this is going to be our starting point for our practice. Now please close your eyes. Allow yourself to truly connect to the floor, to the ground underneath you. Breathe gently. And we note that everything that happened to us up until to this moment was necessary to get us here where we are at this very second. And we note that we maybe will be able to take a little bit more care about our feet, slow down, and consider to pay more attention what the next step is in our lives, checking in with ourselves first. Does it resonate with me to do that or not? Please place your hands together at your heart, bow your head forward, take a deep breath in. Long exhale out, open your eyes, and let's start. Please extend your legs out on the ground, and we start first shaking the legs. I will move around. I obviously just stay as you are on your mat most of the time. So we curl and spread the toes, and then we take a closer look at our own feet. We allow ourselves to see our feet like, wow, this is it. Notice immediately how many judgments arising. Ladies, if you have not done your pedicure yet, then you might feel like, oh, I have to go. Or any judgment. Just erase that, let it go. This is what it is. These are our feet. And they carry us every day and do a lot of work for us. So please release them, relax them, shake them. The breath is continuously flowing. And then let's joke with the toes, okay? Spread them apart. See between which toes are a teeny tiny gap and where you really can spread them, then relax. Whenever you feel that it's cramping up, take a break, please. So now we take all four toes away from us, and the big toes coming towards us. I don't know if you see me well, like this. And then we change, the big toes go away from us and the 4 other toes come towards us. Okay, and we keep changing. Breathe. Probably you stopped breathing, so keep breathing, please. And shift and change. And if you cannot do it, I have students who just pull, and that's fine as well, to train and release, relax. Okay. So let's point the feet and sit on the sit bones and point the feet as far out as we possibly can. Then flex your feet and pull them a little bit closer to you. Pull, 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 and then release. All right. So let's continue with hands and massage. Rub your hands together to create heat. And either you took a shower this morning or not, you're gonna rub your feet. Okay? So let's take one leg across the other. And ladies and gentlemen, if it's very uncomfortable, please sit on a chair or a couch or somewhere, and maybe it's easier. So let's start rubbing the feet. Breathing. I will breathe pretty loud to remind you to breathe. Keep rubbing, moving, and consider working with the heels as well. And then start moving your thumbs across the soles of the foot. And yes, as I learned it from Rixie, there are specific movements that we are supposed to do when we do reflexology. But today, just allow yourself to move your hands however they intelligently move. And they are going to be guided to where you have to go. And then just an extra nice touch, pull your toes back, and with the thumb, dig in to the middle of your foot and slide it up gently. Keep breathing. And treat the base of your toes as well. A little bit, and then treat your toes, touch them, squeeze them. And so if you are pregnant, please be very careful with the next one and just gently touch at this point. But otherwise, dig your thumb and other fingers into the next to the Achilles, and it's probably going to be sensitive. Okay, so whatever you can take, breathe, and release. Let's shake the hands out. Now we take the opposite hand and we dig our fingers and meet the two base of the toe and the finger, and we guide it in between. If it's too difficult, then use just the two first fingers, for example, and eventually you are going to gradually work yourself towards all 5. So once we grabbed it, we have it, we relax this leg and start moving the toes up and down. So we are moving it with the hands very gently, breathing, spend more time in any given place. Then circle the toes gently again. Circle the toes to the other direction. I love doing it. I love doing it. And then move your foot up and down with your other hand. And here comes an interesting challenge. For me, it's interesting. You hold your ankle, your shin, and you relax this foot. And start circling the foot with your hand. So now that the foot doesn't circle, the hand makes the foot circle, and then reverse. Breathe. And the best feeling when you release your fingers and squeeze your toes together. It's so good. And let's Just move the knee in, move the toes a little bit. Hold on to the soles of the foot if you can grab it. You can lie down to the floor if it's easier for you at this point and extend your leg. Pull the foot back and keep extending and bending gently. And let's release there. Okay, second side. Let's cross it, relax it, little bit rub your hands together. It's just a reminder that you might want to do it when you practice it at home alone, and you rub your foot with your palms. As I'm doing it, so many things come to my mind, what I could do with my foot. For example, I like to move the fingers, the knuckles of the fingers downward and warm up the soles of the foot. And then move your thumbs and the other fingers. I didn't say it before, but I truly like to, if I do it for myself, not for others, to dig my fingers into between the bones on the top of my foot. And the breath, the deep breath just naturally comes with it. It's a nice release. And I treat the base of the toes as well. Sometimes it's nice just to take the fingers around and move, or just push and squeeze gently. Definitely squeeze the toes, breathe. And treat behind the bones next to the Achilles. That is sensitive, very sensitive. And then we release the hands and take the opposite hands, fingers in between the toes. As many as we can squeeze. And once we found it, now the practice is up to you. If that is a huge challenge, you stay here. If you can move slowly, gently, you move slowly, gently. Can you see it? What I'm doing, moving the toes. I like to circle very gently the toes. Breathing. And then pulling the foot down and pushing it and pressing it to the other direction. And relax your foot and circle, circle. Be aware of where sensitivity happens and note that you want to take care more of those parts of your foot. And let's squeeze the toes together gently. And move your leg, the front, hold onto the soles of the foot and extend and stretch a little bit and bend. Moving it. So we extend through the back of the knee and release there. One more movement for massage or these kind of warm-ups. Take your fist, take one shin up. So you're on the soles of the foot. And with the fist, start rubbing next to the bone downward. Your hands. Then slide it back up and again, rubbing it, moving it downward. And pulling it back up and one more time. And release. Then take your thumbs, but you can take all the other 4 fingers as well, and just easier probably in this posture. To do that, take the thumbs behind the calves and pull the muscles apart, okay? And as you're moving downward towards the ankle, Could be that you reach to a sensitive place. Breathe one more time. And release. And the other side. Take a fist, gentle fist, and go up. Moving it down. And sliding it up. Then moving it down. And sliding it up. And up. And dig your fingers in between the muscles and pull. I really believe the benefit of any stretch. And I believe even more that if you are stretching and breathing, that goes even further. Okay, we are ready to stand up. So this is the point when you probably would need or might need your blankie. Let's come to the balls of the feet. Oh, before we move on, let me show you something. You can just hang out here. All right? So where we are standing, that's the base of, and I'm coming closer to you, so you're going to see the soles of my foot from very close. So here we are. This is the balls of the foot. Yes? And somewhere along these 2 points is what we would love to press down to the floor, and the heels. Okay, the back. So we are pressing down, and as you even can see now, there are arches which gonna lift, and that's what we are aiming for as we step. So let's come to the balls of the feet. Calm down, place your hands down to the front. You can always use blocks, okay? Moving back and forth. And then you stay as you are, guys, and stretch your legs. Press your heels to the floor. Look down to your own feet and release the head down. Lift your toes up, release them down. Lift them up, release them down. Release the head, shake it, move it. Breathe and feel how it is when you take the weight back to your heels and how it feels when you take the weight to the front, to the balls of the feet. Look at your inner arches and draw the inner ankles upward. And then we grab our blankie, put it in front of us, place the hands on your legs and slowly come up to standing. Now we step the feet, the balls of the feet on the blanket or towel. And first we practice that. Stand tall, inner thighs are pulling up, they are going moving down. Open the heart, inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, let's tilt, fold forward, bend your knees if you need to, and release into this forward fold. And you feel the back of your legs, bend your knees if you need to, but lift your sit bones up. Breathe. And then slowly roll up to standing. And from here, let's step forward. So now the heels are on the blanket. And if you don't need it, you don't use it. Then bend your knees and squat down. Okay? So if you're very okay with putting the heels down to the floor and squatting, we do that. It is just really easier. Now, if somebody likes to do it with a block, just placing a block underneath, and then the heels are on the floor, and we are breathing. And we are going to move into a deeper stretch for the toes. Okay, let's stand up, fold forward, take the feet back to parallel, and push all the way up to standing. Let's go to the wall and either use the baseboard or there is a block front of it. Now, the challenge is to place the heel down and slide your toes down on the block until the balls of the foot is touching the floor. I'm not saying that's the easiest thing what we can do. Do as much as you are able to step back. And I invite you to do anything that feels nice to stretch. I like to do the forward fold. Sometimes it's enough challenge just to stand. So this is like an introduction. You can hang out here for minutes if you wish. Now we are going to shorten the time. Let's step back and take the same foot. Move the toes, take it back, place the top of the foot down and stretch, elongate. Then press the fingertips into the wall and slightly put some weight on the top of the foot. Just a tiny. Okay, so the toes curl back, breathing. Maybe you have to bend your knees a little bit and then extend it back again. And this morning when I was practicing, I lifted my arms up and that felt good. If your balance is shaky, please skip that part like mine right now. Extend. Then release down. Let's pull this knee all the way into the chest. Circle the foot a little bit. Release the toes. And then hold on to the foot with your hand. Reach the other arm up and press the foot into the hand. Extending, reaching, opening, and then release. All right, the second side, please. So first we started with the toes sliding down, and we press the balls of the foot into the floor. So there is a limit to the sensation what we can take as pain. And once it comes to our joints, the pain can be very, very harsh. So please don't torture yourself. Breathe into and do as much as the foot allows you to do. And just like the previous side, if you have any idea what else your body would need at this point, please do that. And step back. Fully step on the four corners of the foot as you reach the other back and place the top of the toes and top of the foot down. So first there is no weight whatsoever on it. And then tiny weight, as much as the joints can take, lifting the heart, standing tall, maybe letting go of the wall, maybe not. Breathing into this experience, lowering the arms down, holding onto the foot. You can keep holding onto the wall or reach the arm up, breathe. And lift, press, keep breathing. And then release. All right. Let's come back to the center of our mat or the front of our mat and bounce a little bit. And start stepping your feet apart. And as you step down, you slowly put the balls of the foot and the heels down and the other side. And let the torso move with it. Keep your focus on your feet. Then turn your legs externally. And now lift your toes up. Keep moving. Keep the connection to your feet. Just moving gently. And then back to parallel. And put more weight into one leg and reach the arm across. Arriving to the four corners of the foot as we are moving. And slow it down. Step closer and closer until you come back to standing. Standing tall. Please go to the back of your mat. Only once because we don't have too much time. This is not a full class. So only once, let's walk forward. Walking meditation. It's focusing on the foot right now. Extend your leg out to the front. Place your heel close to you down. And wait till you really shift the weight to your heel. Then press the outer edge of your foot down, slowly rolling it down. Then the pinky, and we're moving back towards the big toe, and then sliding the weight forward. Keep extending. And the other side. Heel, and outer edge, pinky, towards the big toe, and step again. Breathing. So as you can see, if I want to feel each and every moment of my step and breathing, and I really catch what is happening in the moment. And once you go to the front of your mat, stop, and we walk back. Very simple walk back. You can close your eyes if you feel ready for it. Breathing, walking back. So I had other videos, I believe, and I did some stretching in those. I'm not going to repeat them. Let's do one, like a little bit different, sun salutation, and then we slowly finish our practice. So keep your focus on your feet. What do you feel with the soles of your feet? And as you're standing, the feeling is that somebody, or you are really pulling the legs apart and pressing the feet down so you have base to stand on. Inhale, reach the arms over your head. Exhale, reach back a little bit, press your palms together and all the way down to forward fold. Reach your hands out to the front. Step your feet back much, much further apart to a weird down dog. And move yourself from one foot to the other and to your hands around. So you're moving it. Let me move to the other way. Moving it around. And the other way. And then step your feet wide apart, even wider than your mat. Hands come closer so the feet and the hands are on the ground. And reach your left hand to the right ankle and twist. And come back. Reach the right hand to the left ankle and twist. And come back. Walk your feet together, parallel hip width apart. Please come forward to plank. Pull the navel in and your inner thighs. And as you look down to your feet, they are flexed. Keep them flexed as you place the outer inner edges down. Bend your knees and push back a bit. And come back to center. And the other side, bend your knees, push back. And center. Pulling all the way back up to down dog. Step your hands back closer, bend your knees. And then push all the weight back to your feet. Then bring the weight more into your hands. And some of you might want to jump a little bit and lift up from the ground. You might as well just enjoy pushing and pulling a little bit. One more time. And then forward fold. Moving the torso gently side to side. Relax the head and the jaw. Bring your feet back together underneath you. Press the heels and balls of the feet to the floor. Inhale, reach up to standing. Continue lifting the arms. Exhale, bring your hands down. So, you can choose the wall or you can stay on your mat. We are going to lift our feet off towards the ceiling. I'm going to stay in the center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, reach down. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heart, lift your heels. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, hold on to the back of your legs, hold. Look at your feet one more time. Relax your gaze. Thank them that they are there for you. They support you. They take you where you have to go. And take a moment to send a message out that I want to make my next step according to what my soul desires. And slowly lower yourself down to the ground. Pull your knees in. Create ease in your back. Gently moving the knees side to side. Then extend your feet up towards the ceiling. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can be at the wall and put your feet up on the wall. If this is very difficult for any reason, might be easier to place a block underneath the sacrum and lift the legs up. Okay? Or just lift the legs up. Slow down the breathing. Keep looking at your toes. Breathing gently, relax your shoulders. And the feet and the legs are very grateful when we do that. They release tension. And bend your knees gently. Relax your feet still. If you're at the wall, please wiggle yourself away from the wall, turn around. Lazy hitting on the thighs with the heels. Keep breathing. Place your feet down to the floor and slide them out onto the ground. Slide both out on the ground. Then flex your feet and move them in a circular movement from side to side. And here is my little cat. Not mine, but I love him. Then bend your knees, pull the knees in. Softly roll and slowly, please come up to a comfortable seat. Sitting tall. You're sitting onto something or not, up to you. Please close your eyes. Allow your hands to rest on your legs. Think of your feet one more time today. And make a mental note that you will take a little bit more, put a more attention and take care of them a little bit. With more love, with more care. Include them into your daily lives so they can lead us where our soul desires to go. Place your hands together at your heart, please. Bow your head forward. And every shift, every change happens with first gratitude, acknowledging what we have accomplished, where we are today. And please send out your gratitude towards whatever comes to your heart. When we think of all those beings who have been supporting us, loving us, helping us, all teachers, all books, all writers, everyone, pets, plants, who inspire us and comfort us. And when we include into our prayer those beings who are going through the darkest of darkest times, who are suffering, who are lost, and we send them the metta prayer. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be free of suffering. May we all find compassion towards ourselves and towards others. Thank you for your practice. May I see the truth. May I speak the truth. May I feel it. Namaste. All the best for you guys. Okay, please check out our schedule on our website. Our Zoom classes finish the first session on June 21st and continue the next session on June 22nd. We have more chances to practice with us. You have more chances, so please check out our website and read what our leaders have to say. Okay, enjoy the day. Szia Zsófika, szia Jucika, köszönöm szépen, szia Robi. Bye guys, all the best.